Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Anna Morphides with Many Hearts Counseling, and today is an extra day 2 of the extra week that we're doing, focusing just on gratitude since we finished the 21-day program to reprogram our anxious attachment style by raising our self-love and changing our negative self-view into a positive self-view, and also cultivating gratitude for ourselves and for the life around us so we can continue to have a vibration riding as high as it possibly can, so we can keep bringing in experiences that will match that vibration. So the better we feel, the more of a magnet we become to better feeling things and people and opportunities and situations. So just keep at it. It's the law of attraction. It's just how it works. So without further ado, we are going to go right into day 23 of the book, The Magic. And day 23 is all about the magical air that we breathe. It is quite possible to leave your home for a walk in the early morning air and return a different person, beguiled and enchanted. And this is so true. There's nothing like connecting with nature. I love connecting with nature, even like taking your shoes off and putting them on the grass and grounding yourself. Like the electromagnetic field that the earth has is so good for us. And even like looking up at the sky and just embracing all that grandiosity, its expansiveness, its unlimited self, like bring that into you and become one with it. We're supposed to be exactly like that as well. So Rhonda starts off this chapter by saying, if someone had told me a few years back to be grateful for the air that I breathe, I would have thought that person was crazy. It wouldn't have made a bit of sense to me. Why on earth would anyone be grateful for the air that they breathe? But as my life changed from using gratitude, the things that I took for granted or didn't give a second thought about became an absolute miracle to me. I went from sweating the small stuff in my little world and day-to-day life to opening my eyes and thinking about the bigger picture and wonder of the universe. As the great scientist Newton said, when I look at the solar system, I see the Earth at the right distance from the sun to receive the proper amounts of heat and light. That did not happen by chance. Those words made me think more and more about the bigger picture. It's not an accident that there is a protective atmosphere surrounding us and that beyond it there's no air or oxygen. It's not an accident that the trees give off oxygen so that our atmosphere is completely replenished. It's not an accident that our solar system is perfectly placed and that if it were anywhere else in the galaxy, we would most likely be devastated by cosmic radiation. There are thousands of parameters and ratios that support life on Earth. All of them are on a knife edge, and their fine tuning is so critical that a fraction of a difference in any of these parameters and ratios would make life unlivable on planet Earth. It is difficult to believe any of these things could have happened by accident. It would seem that they are perfectly designed, perfectly placed, perfectly balanced for us. When the realization hits you that all of these things might not be on accident, and neither are we, nothing in our life happened by accident, everything was there to bring us to where we are today. It's exactly how we're supposed to be unfolding as long as we grasp on the positive side of anything that takes place in our life, even if it feels challenging and negative. If we focus on the negative, then we allow ourselves to really go with the flow of life, and we get to the point of just allowing things to be and not giving them any meaning, because we give things meaning. So we can say, oh, the situation is so hard or so challenging, it's so this, it's so that. Or we can say, wow, that situation was really something, and this is what I learned from it. This is what I took from the experience. This is what I'm grateful for from that experience. And then it doesn't feel so devastating anymore. And then the more you don't feel devastated, the more you're going to be able to receive things that will continue to make you feel less devastated, if that makes sense. So this is how we go with the flow of life. And yes, so when the realization hits us that all of these things are not an accident and that the balance of every microscopic element surrounding Earth and on Earth is in perfect harmony to support us, you will feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for life because all of it has been done to sustain you. The magical air that you breathe is not an accident or fluke of nature. When you think about the enormousness of what had to take place in the universe for us to have air, and you take a breath, breathing air into your body becomes breathtaking in every sense of the word. Yes, breathtaking in every sense of the word. I'm so grateful for my lungs. We take one breath after another and give a thought to the fact that there is always air for us to breathe. Yet oxygen is one of the most plentiful elements in our body. And as we breathe, it feeds every cell in our body so that we can continue to live. The most precious gift of our life is air, because without it, none of us would last more than a few minutes. When I first began to use gratitude's magical power, I used it for a lot of personal things that I wanted, and it worked. But it was when I began to be grateful for the real gifts in life that I experienced the ultimate power of gratitude. The more grateful I became for a sunset, a tree, the ocean, the dew on the grass, my life, and the people in it, every material thing I've ever dreamed of having poured down upon me. Wow. Every material thing I've ever dreamed of having poured down upon me, the more grateful that she was. That's amazing. I now understand the reason why it happened that way. When we can truly feel grateful for the precious gifts of life and nature, like the magical air that we breathe, we have reached one of the deepest possible levels of gratitude. And whoever has that depth of gratitude will receive absolute abundance. Okay, guys, let's get it. Today, stop and think about the glorious air that you breathe. Take 5 deliberate breaths. Best way to reset the nervous system. And feel the feeling of air moving inside your body and feel the joy of breathing it out. Take 5 full breaths in and out 5 different times today. And after you have taken each set of breaths, say the magic words, thank you, thank you, thank you for the magical air that I breathe. And be as genuinely grateful as you can for this precious life-giving air that you breathe. It is best to do this magical practice outside so you can really feel and appreciate the magnificence of fresh air, but if it's not possible, then do it inside. You can close your eyes while taking the breaths, or you can do it with your eyes open. You can do it while you're walking, waiting in line, shopping, or anywhere at any time. In ancient teachings, it is said that when a person reaches the point of being deeply grateful for the air that they breathe, their gratitude will have reached a new level of power, and they will have become the true alchemist who can effortlessly turn every part of their life into gold. I love it. I'm going to try this when I go outside. So for the magical practice today, date 23, we're going to count our blessings. You're going to say 10 things that you're grateful for in your life. And 5 of them, I would love for you to continue to say it about yourself so you can really, really celebrate who you are and toot your own horn and just really give yourself those positive affirmations. And today I'm going to give lots of gratitude to my body for helping me process everything, and it's so good to me, and it gives me everything that I need so I can continue to have such fabulous experiences in my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you, body, for supporting me no matter what I decide to put you through. I love you. I'm so thankful for you. Thank you. I love you. Because without you, I wouldn't be able to do all these lovely things that I get to do. And then you get the point. You say the reason why, and thank you, thank you, thank you, to really anchor that feeling in. And then we're going to do the 5 breaths. And then we're going to thank the magical air that we're breathing. We can thank life, thank everything. Why not? And then before we go to sleep tonight, oh, my magic rock is by my bed. We're going to have our magic rock, and we're going to try to find the best thing that happened to us throughout the day. So that way we are forced to remember how amazing life is and how fortunate we actually are, and how it's really not as bad as we may think and feel sometimes, when we tend to ruminate on what could have gone differently, what we could have done better, or etc., that like self-talk. So just remember that the thing that really matters is that we learn from our experiences, and we do the best that we can at any given point in time, and then we continue to just be grateful for everything, so we can be in the flow of life, so we can receive all of its goodness that is available to us, because we are limitless in potential of receiving and achieving anything that we decide that we want to. And with that being said, thank you so much. If you liked anything about the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, I would love for you to do so. Any questions, comments, concerns, I love it. Any future topics. And thank you to my beautiful Mary for suggesting to do a recap of all the 21 days that we did in the workshop, like the highlights. And I'm going to do that and probably post it tomorrow or the day after. I love you so much, and I will see you next time.